Greetings, YouTube. Raising the minimum wage does exactly what it should. It raises wages for the lowest earning Americans, and it continues to benefit them for years after the increase takes effect. Additionally, it looks like raising the wages for the lowest paid workers could create a cascade effect that generates raises for employees higher up the earnings ladder. A deep data study of the U.S. Census Bureau just announced the long-lasting efficacy of raising the minimum wage. So why isn't it being reported? And then there's a link to the PDF report if you'd like to look at it. Well, I think that's a bit of a rhetorical question in America, why no one's talking about the fact that raising the minimum wage would benefit Americans on all economic level, because the U.S. government is not about benefiting Americans on any economic level unless you're in the 1%. If you're in the 1%, free blowjobs. But if you're not, well, screw you. You will be giving the blowjobs. The U.S. government isn't about benefiting the American people. The U.S. government is about concentrating as much of the wealth created by the American people into the pockets of those at the top, to the parasites. The 1% is exactly what that. They are parasites. Now, I fully endorse a $15 an hour minimum wage and then pinning it to inflation so it goes up over time. But another idea, and there's at least one person in the thread below this linked article on Metafilter that says this same thing, is the idea of linking the minimum payment of an employee to the maximum pay to the person in charge of the company. So if the minimum employee makes $15 an hour, the person at the top makes, say, 50 times that. And you include everything in that. You include all the insurance and everything, all the benefits, vacation, bonuses, every single penny, every fraction of a penny in that calculation. Because if somebody's making $15 an hour, the person at the top is making like $1.5 million a year. That's not a burden. Nobody needs to be making more than that. But even if you take it to 100 times the base, if you're going to be really generous, okay, they're making $3 million a year. Or, not 50 times, whatever. Still, the point is, I can't do math, but the point is that you would pin it together so that the person at the top can't make more than a specific amount without raising the pay of those at the bottom. And I fully endorse that idea. I fully endorse the concept of making sure that we limit how the wealth is concentrated in the pockets of the powerful, because they've weaponized their wealth in America. They've turned that wealth into a tool against the American people. So we need to do something to mitigate that. If someone is hitting a person with a baseball bat, the first thing you do is take away their baseball bat. And Americans have been abused by the weaponization of the wealth of the 1%. So let's take away their wealth. And let's give the wealth to the people who actually earn the wealth in America, the workers. $15 an hour is the minimum. If the minimum wage had actually tracked inflation the way it should have, and it didn't, it would be like $22 an hour. And right now, a minimum wage worker making $7.25 an hour, $7.25 an hour, produces $21 an hour of benefit to the company that employs them. So the company is reaping 3 times as much benefit from their employee and only paying them $7.25. $15 an hour doesn't change that. They'll still be making more benefit than their employee is being paid. And over time, those wages will raise for everyone, because the people who are currently making $15 an hour are like, hey, I want more pay. So we need to change the way we pay people in America, and we need to make sure that they receive a living wage. Flat out. Everyone should have a living wage in America. And if the people at the top have a little less money because of that, I'm okay with that.